the book, and it was in Portuguese. Yeah, back in 2013.
What's the name of the book?
And the name of the book is Passo para a Dança.
Mhm. One Step to
Yeah,
Change.
so yeah, one step to change, which is like I started going through, like I said, I had to go through like make decisions like leaving what it was conventional, which is like doing a conventional school to go to an art school. All these changes made me realize what I really wanted and what I really liked. So, and this is what made me do it. But like on like being brave enough to make all those decisions, it requires a lot from you. Like I was talking about purpose. The book is it's totally purposely driven. Like it's towards purpose, like finding your purpose in life and fulfilling it. That was the main thing. So, and that was perfect because I was like at that time I was making another transition of like going to Angola to be Miss Angola. So that's when I actually wrote half of the book,
Hmm.
and I'm like working on the book to finish it. I work like I start working on the book, and I published part of it on the website that I had at the time just for that moment, like for people to read. And the feedback was really good because some people like were able to relate. When you go through something and you share testimony, and because you know that you need a breakthrough, and you know that there's something wrong, that something should be different, you should do what you really love, and you start doing changes like on external, like sometimes as women you cut your hair, you colored, you go to the gym, you do a lot of things to try to find yourself, which in reality is not on that, and you get frustrated to try to understand. So, and this is the book about, like, like that change that is necessary, dealing with rejection, dealing with the like when you're hurt and you're abused, like so many things that I'm pretty sure, like I got feedback before, and I'm pretty sure when I finish, well, I had the first part like written in Portuguese, but I'm still working it, and I'm working in English, so I don't know how that's gonna be. Probably most likely it's gonna be in English first and then in Portuguese. So yeah,
But
that's
the
something
book
that
is
people
gonna be,
didn't know.
but the book is not published yet, right?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
What
I
happened?
actually did.
Okay, what happened? Yeah, explain us
Mhm.
what happened for the book not to be published until now.
No, because I started, but I did not finish. But
Okay,
the introduction and like the sample,
the
I
sample, yeah.
share with people, just so people, yeah. Yeah, and I share with people to hear the feedback, to see how they relate to that. And like I said, the reason why I decided to continue to finish was because I had I remember like messaging saying like, oh, I can relate to this. Oh, it was amazing. I didn't know, like you said, I didn't know the side of you. So yeah, why not? And I'm writing and taking my time, because there's a lot of things that, like, as I grow, I learn. And this is definitely, and like when I share things that I'm writing in the book, people relate. So I'm like, why not? You know?
Yeah, man, I can't
Hmm.
wait to read the whole book and congratulate you, and please come again and
Thank
let's be
you.
live again to talk about your book whenever you're ready to publish.
Definitely.
We at 1 Hour Success Team, we're gonna definitely push your book as much as we can, and buy it and read it. And I know the history behind the book. Even though I can't imagine you're being rejected anyways, I don't I don't see
Yeah, like, because
I don't see that.
rejection comes in different ways and forms.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, that's true.
yeah.
Okay, so tell us,
So,
what rejection are you talking about, literally? Because you're
just
smart.
literally,
So go ahead.
no, just, for example, I grew up like, the women in our country and the culture, it's they're not like to be tall and skinny, growing up skinny and tall, like, you know, it's okay. I've heard like comments, like I remember going to the party and my friend was like, oh, this guy wanted to dance with you, but you're too tall, or this,
Nigga, grow
like,
up.
I'm
Grow up,
serious.
bro. Like, what?
I'm serious. Like I've had like those experiences until you realize that it's okay. Like when I came here and like model and all that, that's actually cool. And rejection, and friends and or like there's a lot of
Being
ways.
like
There's
as a
a lot of ways
friendship,
of
because
feeling.
I mean, I usually change when I get rejection in many different ways. But I kind of see what you're talking about. Like, even when you come to Houston, I mean, when you came to stay to find new friends, you know, it's not easy because people know, even though you
Yeah,
probably was your, you know, probably was your thing because, you know, you're beautiful, but the language is also something that a barrier in between people. The culture and all this stuff is also something that always interfere in
definitely.
between. Yeah, I see what you're talking about now. That's great. And so, when are we expecting your book to be out? Where can we, you know, put an agenda?
Probably next year.
Next year.
Probably
You're
probably next
promising.
year. Yes.
We're gonna get
Yeah,
back to you to ask about your book next year during
definitely.
summer, the end of the year. You don't know yet, right? You're just working and
No,
putting
but
it out
probably
there.
next year. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
working.
okay, that's
Hmm.
great. So we are definitely gonna be tuning in and you know, stay with your updates about your book. Are you planning to write
Definitely.
any other books like about fashion? Just drop a book with your pictures. Do you plan something like that or not? Zudera,
Fashion.
I'm sorry, I just had to give a shout out to one of my biggest friends. He's in
No,
line. King Zudera in the building. What's good?
no
Back to
problem.
your question. Back to your question.
No, no problem. Well, I don't think would be fashion related. Like I said, um, my interest in fashion would be more like educational, try to really work on different things. But if I had to do another book, wouldn't be fashion related. I don't think it would be fashion related. No, I saw a question here. Like, is the book made like majorly about you? It's not. Use
Oh, I'm
myself
sorry, I missed
as
that
an
question.
example. No problem. I
Let me
use
ask you the question
myself.
again.
Uh,
Let me ask you the question. I'm sorry. Let me ask you the question again because
mhm,
when there is a lot of work, as you probably know better than me, in an editing part. So, uh,
mhm.
Nathan Dollar said, is the book all about you?
No, like I said,
It's like a
the main
memoir. It's
focus of
like
it
a
is about
memorial
purpose.
about your life, or what is that
No,
about?
it's not a bio. It's not anything like that. It's mainly focus and purpose. And I use myself as an example just to say, to reflect the struggle that I went through to find my purpose in life. Like
Okay.
I just use myself for that, to give you so people can relate and see like if I showed that and I was able to find it, why don't you like go ahead and find yourself, find your purpose, like what you're good at, like what you're good at, and work on that and be honest to yourself, to be vulnerable and like see the areas of your life that you struggle that eventually need work and help. So sometimes people like drag traumas and they refuse to accept or acknowledge that this is a trauma and needs to be healed, and they eventually they try to work and walk on things and like avoiding the process. So this is mainly about it.
Well, King Zudel asked if
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
motivational book. It's
Yes.
a motivational
It's
book,
kind of, yeah, it's more like a motivational book. It's like that's more of like the idea.
but it's not
Yeah.
related to fashion at all. It's just life in
Not at
general.
all.
Okay,
Not at all.
good.
Yeah.
That's great to know. And so, what's your plans for now on? Are you going back to Angola? You're going to stay in Miami? Because you know people are asking where is Miss Angola Vaumara is being, and are you going to stay here? Going back? What's your plan?
Yes. I mean, I'm here and I'll be here until, unless something else
You ain't going back?
happens. But
Even with
I'm
the
definitely,
hurricanes?
no,
Hurricane season's coming.
no, no, no. Thank God we've been here for 20 years. We are safe.
Even Corona,
No, I
even
love
even
being
with
here. I
Corona, you
just,
ain't going nowhere. You love
we
Miami to
good.
death.
You
Oh
know?
wow.
Yeah.
So
I feel like it's just like, I feel like, I don't know if you can relate. Not growing up, I came when I was 18, I'm 28. Like part of like learning how to drive, how to like manage things, cook, literally growing up here. Because like, oh, like people say, what about before that? Like 16, like this is something that you were living with your parents. Like you're not really thinking for yourself. Someone is
true,
taking care of you, but then you get
true.
exposed to like the exposure to this world, like the society. It's like your way or highway. Like you do it things like everything is challenging in America. Like you have to deal with things. You have to do it on your own. So
Hmm.
making all those decisions here like made me like become that woman that I am today, and I just love being here. Like I feel home, probably because of going through the process and learning a lot of things. I just love being here.
Well, I got a question before I go to the comments. Well, so
Hmm.
your main career will be based here in the States, and I mean nowadays you don't really have to be in Angola to do things.
Yeah, you don't.
Internet is helping and stuff like that. So since
Hmm.
your main focus in being here, are you doing any contribution to coronavirus causes? Are you helping? Are you just donating food? Are you doing anything, or are you just being a good citizen and being home like me?
Just helping. No, my company is actually they stop production in fashion to donate masks. So and this thing sometimes you just there's nothing you can do, to be honest. Sometimes the best way just to back
Stay
up, and
away.
and I feel like this is the time that you really this is the time that you have to be like, I feel like this is time that we are all being creative. Through limitation, you get to see
Look
like
at me
what's
right
really
here.
needed. I know, when you face limitation, you find a way out, and this is what
True.
like I will be.
It's okay. We here. I can't hear you right now, Vaumara. Yeah, I think you're back. No, connected and tune in again. All right. What's up, everybody? It's been almost an hour that we've been talking to Vaumara Rebelo, our Miss Angola 2013 and represent Angola in Miss Universe in 2013 as well. She is about to tune back with us. Stay tuned. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? No sound is, again? Vaumara, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, perfect. So,
Yeah,
all right. There you go. So, okay, perfect. Thank you, Monica.
Monica.
Thank you, everybody that is live with us. We appreciate you. Y'all make this significant. And the numbers matter, but your numbers matter the most. Y'all important because you're here
Definitely.
and you're showing us love. And whenever we have a bigger audience, it's not going to change anything. Y'all always going to be my favorite people to be alive with. Thank you, brother Zudera. Thank you, Monica, Dollar, everybody that is live with us. And let's go back to you, Vamara. We almost done with our interview because I know you got to go back to your class. So one
Yeah.
more question before you go. What else can we expect from you? No, wait. Before we go there, I was asking you about the masks. You were talking to us about the masks that the agency
Yeah,
you're
they
working is
donate, but
donating.
but I was saying like this is the time that we are staying home, but it's not just to stay home and sit back and relax, but like I feel
To get
like
fatty
like
and eat a lot.
no, no way, don't do that. Like work
Netflix
on
and stuff.
things that yeah, because this is the time that like in 2 3 years we're gonna see exposure of like creativity and like creative things like apps here and there and a lot of things connected to digital world, because we are in incubation process where like this is the time to think, this is the time to grow,
Mm-hmm.
and we will see the results like a year from now. We'll definitely see that. What's my future plans? Definitely work. I see myself working in the fashion industry
No, wait.
because
He's
that's
asking like, what's your future plan, and are you willing to do any partnerships? Are you have any products like your book? Are you willing to like do any partnerships, like uh, have people working with you to publish either the book or your brand later on?
definitely I'm open to that. Like any partnership is good because you grow and you learn. It's a way of expanding yourself, but definitely it just depends on the project and who I'm sharing like this
True,
project with.
true.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
I'm gonna leave your contact information on after we edit, or your manager's contact information after we edit, so people can tune in with you, writers.
Definitely.
Actually, I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's the first time I say this. I never say nothing like this to anybody, even my friends will be surprised. I'm also planning to write a book. Shh, don't
Oh,
tell
that's amazing.
anybody. Even though there's a few people here with us, they're gonna see it later. But I'm planning to write a book after all this. The goal, one of the goals of this podcast and live shows that I'm doing, is to be able to one day live a real good inspirational book about success, how people achieve success,
Yes.
and I'll talk about you and
Mm-hmm.
everybody else that is going to be talking to me during this time. So hopefully
Definitely.
I'll give you a call and ask you a few advices about it. All my friends are laughing. Everybody's laughing. Secrets.
Because I feel like I also had a friend that she wrote a book, but she's in like education, and she was in the process, and I was able to find out later, like when she has the book almost done,
Was it
because I
easy
feel like there's a pressure for her, no, because I feel
for
like
her?
there's a
For
pressure,
him?
there's a pressure,
Hmm.
people asking constantly, like how is it done, like how, like that pressure is makes you not say that you're working on something.
I don't care. To be honest with you, I'm the type of person that I'm a go getter. So I don't really, you know.
Good to know.
I mean, I care, but I care less. And the older I get, I care even less about certain people's opinions and stuff like that. So I just keep my mind focused. Otherwise, I wouldn't start this. You know,
Definitely.
one
Yeah.
good thing I would like to share with you about this is like somebody once. I'm a big fan of Kobe, and you know that I have even his jersey over there. We're gonna talk about this actually, which is, and somebody told me, imagine if Kobe Bryant was scared of missing a shot, he'll never become Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, or LeBron James, or anybody. Imagine if Vaumara was scared to participate in Miss Angola or Miss Universe. We will never probably be having this conversation besides being friends.
Definitely.
You know, so I understand what you're saying, but you know, it's life. If you share or not, things are gonna happen, and
True.
God is the one in charge of everything. It don't really matter what other people say or do. Most of the times, it happens on the God's time. And I'll also,
Totally agree with you.
just how you feel about your Miami hits right now. That my Lakers are on top. You used to bully me when LeBron
Listen,
was in Miami, and you used to bully me. I got these text messages right here on Instagram. You were one of the meanest persons. If people don't know about that, you were mean. You would bully me. You text me. You laugh.
I
So
would
how you
bully
feel about
I
Miami Hits
mean,
now?
listen, a good fan is a good fan. Like you just stick to your boys no matter what. I mean,
But
it's
now,
quarantine. Let everything. We're gonna get back to it. Don't worry.
when
No, I'm not. No, I'm
2025,
not.
baby.
Don't worry. Don't worry. No, we have. Do you see? Like we have amazing players
Oh
now.
yes, you do. Y'all do. Y'all do. But not
So
better
and
than
we have
Lakers.
Jimmy there. So
But not better than Lakers. Y'all not even close.
yeah,
We
right.
we beat y'all when Dwayne was playing. We beat after Dwayne retired. So switch.
That's okay. It's
Just
like
switch.
we'll see, we'll see. Because I mean, at the end of the day, LeBron James had to come to Miami to get the ring. So
I mean, and now he's a Laker. He's gonna give us a ring. That's a good
I
thing.
don't think so.
That's a hater. See, you still a hater. Okay, Kobe. I'm sorry.
I don't think so.
So just a good thing that people didn't know about you is that you're a huge basketball fan. And that's one of the things that used
Miami
to
hit
connect
fan.
me and you. We used to text each other every time y'all won, especially against Lakers. You were mean, texting me all these memes and Kobe crying and stuff. So that was fun. It's really, really good to know about you. And I also want to ask you a question about also with basketball.
I do have my friend here, Mauro. When we were watching like anything sports
Siniji, what's
related,
good, brother?
we would we would be texting each other like when it's boxing fights. Like we would be
Oh,
texting
you
like
like boxing too? I didn't know about that.
yeah,
I see you posting
yeah.
and liking some stuff from here and there, but you never know if you're like, passionate like you are about basketball. I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
If
I
Miss
like that.
Universe, they ask you a question about basketball, I know you would win that.
Oh, one of the questions that they asked me on Miss Angola, like I had Lutonda there as one of the judges, and he
Oh, for
asked
real?
me like, yeah, name like, and he said, "Do you like basketball?" I love it, and it named for 5 players of. I was like, "Can it be international?"
Yeah.
I would name the entire Miami Heat, like, but it was so funny.
Well,
Like, it was
that's
good
another.
to get
Okay,
talk to
that's
him.
another Laker hater right there. My man Dollar, he's another Laker hater. He's a Golden State fan. So stay out of this conversation, Laker haters. You know, we're gonna get the champ this year, anyways. Another Golden
Anyway,
State fan and the hate of Lakers is tuning with us as well. So I want to ask you something else about basketball, which is actually really serious. We out here joking, and you know, we share a lot of good times because of those players. And my main question,
yeah.
my question is, how and I mean, where was you, and how did you feel when Kobe and Gianna and other people died on a helicopter accident? Because I know you was a fan of Kobe, even though you're not a Laker fan. You know, how did you feel, and where was you actually when you find out about the news?
Yeah, I remember I was driving, like leaving church because it was on Sunday, leaving
Yeah.
church and going to some grocery. Like I had to buy some stuff and leaving that place. I had planned to go to a restaurant to buy something for me. Like I was just in the mood. I want to buy, I want to do it. And when I got a text message from a friend and she said, Kali passed away, I'm like, is this girl serious? Like, that's not, like, this is not a joke.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
was
believe it
driving
either.
and I hold on the phone and I see the text messages, not just from her, from like, like family, friends, the group chats, like videos, like pictures. I'm like, what is going on? Like, and I go on the phone with one of them and like, yeah, this is real. This is how it happened. Like I had my plan of going somewhere. Like
Yeah.
it just changed the whole mood. I had to come home and like, you know, to get a reality check to see and understand how life it's really like it's in 1 minute everything can change. Like today you hear and we take things for granted, and
There's a hello
hello from
from Miami from
Miami.
Sergio.
Hey, hey.
What's up, 305? Man, I remember
In
when
the house.
I'll come visit you guys over there. I miss you. I miss the city, and I
Okay,
miss
we're here.
all the people that I know from there. My man Luther probably tuned in with us. Uh, well, and yeah, that was the
So that was sad. It was sad, and I
on my
mean,
end. It was devastated. I don't know if you saw, but I shared a video of me crying. I never done that. I have family members that passed, and it just changed me. You know, it changed my way of seeing life. You know, especially about his daughter. I have a daughter as well. My daughter is 5, and man,
hmm hmm
I was destroyed. But I mean, I was
hmm
just want to be with, with good people, and trying to kind of not keep thinking about it. Because you know me, I'm a huge Kobe Bryant fan, and
yeah, yeah,
yeah, it was it. I mean, that was horrible. I was also coming from church that day. When I find out on the news, I'm always, like everybody texting and driving and checking Instagram or something, which is really bad. Please, you out there, our audience, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't text and drive because it's horrible. It's really bad. But that's what I was doing, and I saw a lot of messages. People was just calling me because people know about, how I feel about
hmm
Kobe. Because my phone was just actually I was in church when I first got the message, or I started seeing people tagging me on Instagram. I was like, man, what happened? Like I just put my phone back in my pocket and kept listening to the priest. And then when I was
hmm
back on the way home, I saw it. I was like, I even did my video crying, and I was like, man, that's bad. That's really bad. And I
yeah.
hope, they have been watching us, and you know, God bless them, and especially for his daughter, like she could easily become a
Oh
model.
yeah.
She was beautiful,
And
smart.
the fact that the daughter was like legit, like she was so like she was taking from the father, getting inspiration, and the father was so
Yeah,
proud of the bond that they had through basketball. So I feel like the whole world, like it's not even necessary to speak because it was we all felt that, we lived that, like the whole world like grieved on them and the whole situation, and we still feel.
man. I mean, that was something tragic, but well, we here. Let's try to do our best and contribute for the world to be a better place, and that's what I'm trying to do. And the people that are working with me with 1 hour success, we're trying to make a difference. We're trying to inspire people. We're trying to see the best way of contribute before anything happen. So, that's my main goal. as the CEO and the host of the show. So I hope to
Okay.
people that are out there and gonna see your story today and relate and also get inspired writing books and do stuff. So we at the end of our interview and our talk. So I really, really